What's going on, guys? Thank y'all for tuning in to Money Making Mir's channel today. We have some great picks coming for this Abdullah Mason card. I gave a few on the other fights on the card so far, but this is one of the major ones, the headliner. We have for this fight right here for Abdullah Mason, as y'all know, as a lot of people know, Joe Cardina was supposed to fight this fight against Abdullah, which a lot of people were looking forward to, but Joe Cardina had some legal issues a few months back. I think it was like an assault or something charge that he acquired, but he wasn't granted permission to come to the U.S. So instead of Joe Cardina for this fight, we have Albert Bell, who a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of people knew Joe Cardina because he was a former champion, things like that. Always a contender. But Albert Bell is no slouch. If anything, I'll be real with you. I think this is a harder fight for Abdullah Mason than the Joe Cardina fight would have been, if I'm being all the way 100 with you. Abdullah Mason, as we all know, he's 20-0, 17 wins, coming by way of knockout, going against Albert Bell, who is 28-0 and only 9 knockouts though. So first and foremost, man, if you know Abdullah Mason, he's out of the prospect phase now. He is a title holder now, so that's first and foremost. But one thing about Abdullah Mason, he fights like he has somewhere to be, man. He tries to end the night early every time he goes out there. His last fight against Sam Noakes was, that was a war, man. I think that was a fight that Abdullah needed to prove himself. Sam Noakes was a tough competitor. He was by no way a pushover. A lot of people would have lost that fight against Sam Noakes, but Abdullah Mason overcame adversity. A lot of people didn't like how much he got hit that fight, but Sam Noakes was a tough competitor, man. He sat in the pocket, traded with Abdullah in between punches, and he took some of Abdullah's best punches and didn't stop him. So he got hurt a lot that fight, but he actually hurt him and Abdullah both exchanged a little bit. Abdullah got hurt that fight too. So but for this one right here, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think Albert Bell has enough power to keep Abdullah Mason off of him. Like I said, 28 wins. He's 28-0, so he's a hell of a fighter, but only 9 coming by way of knockout. He had a few knockouts recently in the last couple years, but his last fight, unanimous decision. A few fights before that were stoppages, but like I said, 28-0, 9 knockouts against someone like Abdullah. You, for one, have to be a great boxer, but I do think it's going to take some real power. As we saw, Abdullah got knocked down a couple times in some of his previous fights. One of his previous fights, he got knocked down twice, and but he overcame adversity. He got up and he handled business and stopped his opponent. So I think this one right here, if I'm being real, Albert has a little height on Abdullah, but I don't think it's going to matter much. I think eventually the body work accumulation is going to break down Albert Bell, and I do see this one being stopped by the 7th round. I don't think I don't see Bell making it that far against Abdullah. Even with just if he wants to try the boxing approach, eventually Abdullah is going to get to him. Abdullah has superb defense too. He has to fix a couple flaws, but like I said, he's not going to get a one punch knockout kind of guy. If anything, Sam Noakes was that guy. He was the one that was getting as many stoppages as Abdullah was getting. So my pick here, Abdullah Mason, KO. I do think it's going to come after the sixth round. So if you want to bet that 7-12, I think that's there. But to play it safe, Abdullah Mason, I think it's like -600 right now for the money line. If you don't want to take the money line and you want to get more direct, I do think Abdullah Mason will get the KO for this fight tomorrow night. Stay tuned. I have a couple more picks coming for this card as well. Abdullah Mason's brothers are on this card too, but it's similar to what Keyshawn Davis is doing. He's trying to build his brothers up too, get some of that stardom going for them as well. And also, man, this Albert Bell fight is really big too because they're both Ohio guys. So the goal is to sell tickets. They want to sell out this arena. Adding Albert to this card is going to bring out all of the hometown individuals, his family, friends for both guys. I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. This is another test back-to-back for Abdullah defending his title now. This is his first real title defense, so we'll see how it goes, man. Stay tuned for this pick and like and subscribe to the channel. Money Making Mirror for good picks.